You are the absolute prettiest.
Thanks, honey. You're the best.
Even if you're broken. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Ultra Crude Podcast. I would crack a Fresca. I got one earlier. This is a bottled Fresca. Sometimes I switch it up for the cans, but these bottles, they're pretty tasty too. You get a little more Fresca per ounce.
Well, you got that in the Christmas.
I did. I got that in the Hoosier Bingo.
I think it's called grocery store bingo, but it's more like grocery store dirty Santa. It's not bingo.
We don't play bingo.
I play bingo. Can we play cards or can we play dominoes tonight?
I was going to watch the college football national championship tonight, but yeah, we can do the dominoes. Put the game on the background. That'd be fun.
Oh, is that happening tonight?
Yeah.
Because sports.
Yeah.
I don't work in a restaurant anymore. I don't care. I don't have to pretend to care. I give 0 fucks.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the Ultra Crude Podcast. My name's John. With me, as always, is the fabulous BMFJ.
Hello.
We are race directors, ultra runners, coaches, doing things, living life together here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nash Vegas, baby. Whoop, whoop. My God, jinxies.
I have just incredible news to start this episode with.
I can't fucking wait. Hit me.
Long awaited, much talked about. Drum roll, please. I think I have a drum roll button.
That's not it.
That wasn't it. But without further delay, I have new pants.
Good golly gosh.
Yeah. And I'm not that excited about them at all.
They do make noise. You're not sneaky.
That is the biggest issue I have so far. Like, they fit well. They look good. I'm missing like a key pocket to keep my toothpick in.
Yeah, because you're 85.
Hey.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I like to keep a floss stick on me.
Uh-huh.
And they're a little, there's a little hint of blue in the gray, but I think the color will fade all right and we'll be good to go.
Here's the thing. You and I disagree on blue and gray. We've argued over the couch.
That's because I knew what color the couch was, and you did not.
Anyways.
I knew it was gray, and you just thought it was blue, and then you realized it was gray, and I was right the entire time.
Also, the color swatches we were looking at, every one you handed me for the bedroom was like blue. You were like, no, it's gray. And I was like, no, that's blue.
There are grays that have blue tones and shades in them.
Yeah, you wanted it to be blue, and you were telling me it's gray.
No, I'm just saying, like, these have a hint of blue tone.
They actually do.
Yeah,
they do.
So
they're gray blue jeans.
So you're just arguing with me for the fun of it? Yes. We agree on this. Yes. You just want to make me look like a dumb. I already have loud pants.
You swish watch everywhere.
They are, and I don't understand why it's so hard to make pants. Listen, the mountain khakis are the best pair. I can hike in them. I can even run a bit in them. I can do life in them. I can work in them. I can just everything. I can do everything in those pants. But they wear out a little quick. And I think you should get more than 100 some washes out of a pair of pants.
Oh, I agree.
Like, you should be able to wear pants more than a couple hundred times before it's like, oh, there's a hole in the crotch.
You don't want to show people your dick?
No.
You know what we're going to say? Look at my dick.
And this is why we call it the Ultra Crude Podcast. Right there. That kind of language.
It's a good thing I don't have a dick.
It's a good thing.
Well, I mean, not just for you, but like in general.
Oh, yeah.
I think my overall disposition.
Responsibility at all. No.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
I'm not if you're right.
No, not. I would have a hog leg, but also
that's not where I was going with. I was just like, you'd have a really big truck. You'd have to get like a step ladder to get into it.
It's true. I already have a truck that's too big for me.
Yeah.
The truck before that was. I feel like the truck before that was like
an appropriate size truck.
Yeah, like it was a little big, but like it was fine.
Oh, 2S10s.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that ZR2S10. That shit was so good.
All right. So I've got a problem with the pants. Here's the deal. I'm going to wear them and see if they break in. I have faith that they'll break in a little bit, and maybe the noise will just stop. Oh gosh, I can't. If stuff pops off this weekend, I got to sneak around these pants.
You ain't sneaking.
I'm not. My ninja skills have reduced to 0, and they were at 1.5.
Yeah, you ain't ninja. You need to take some lessons from Diamond Dave.
I don't know about that, but I know that I can't sneak up on anybody in these pants. And my fear is that I will get used to the noise of the pants.
And then
I'll just live with noisy pants, and I can't do that.
Yeah, there was a pair of these leggings I had that I would run.
And see, this is a problem. Exactly. No, this is the problem. Because you do not have this problem at all. Women, I think in general, don't have this problem. Because ever since leggings were invented, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, leggings popped up in the space and women just stopped wearing pants. Period.
If you stop talking long enough to hear me finish my sentence, I'll tell you, I had pants that, aka leggings, and I was running in them. And I kept thinking I was hearing a bird whistling. And it was not a bird whistling. It was the seams of my pants on my thighs rubbing together. Yeah. Yeah. So don't worry, I understand the fucking struggle. I thought a robin was singing me songs, and it was my thighs.
You're out there getting catcalled while you're running. Like, who is bothering me on this run?
Is that a blue jay? No, bitch. That's your thighs struggling to breathe.
Singing a tune.
Oh my God, so ridiculous.
But in general, this is not a women's problem anymore. Women have abandoned blue jeans and pants in general for leggings. When's the last time you wore pants that were leggings?
I don't know. But that happened to me in leggings.
A long time
It's
ago.
all about the seams.
Well, these have seams. They have gussets and everything. They're a good pair of pants.
Seams.
They make noise in the knee, I think. The knee is where they're making the noise. I don't know.
Maybe we need to oil you up.
Not doing that. And I also have a new problem.
What's your new problem?
I need a pair of boots.
Okay.
And they don't make the boots that I have anymore, so I can't just buy a new pair of the old pair. But the soles of the boots have plumb worn out. They got holes in the bottom of them.
We do need a cobbler.
Which is bad on a rainy day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can get by when it's sunny, but in the winter, when you get, especially, if it's raining, you can't walk through a puddle in these shoes anymore.
A cobbler can fix that right on up.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of cobblers. Do you? You do a lot of cobbling? You in a cobble group? You probably are in a cobble group on Facebook. You're in so many Facebook groups. You probably do know a cobbler.
I am in a lot of oddity Facebook groups.
Somebody's mushroom farm cobbling raw milk.
I am excited. My herd shares kicking. Well, not mine, but the herd share I joined that I have been wanting to join, that they have had spots basically been full the past 2 years. And I love what this woman does in Tennessee for the food freedom movement. Anyways, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but I am
don't need to talk about eggs.
so excited.
I don't know how that helps me with my shoe problem, my boots problem.
You know what?
You can't even get a pair of boots that are just normal boots. Here's the thing. This is my problem. This is really like I probably
Well, you're making it all our problem.
I want a gray pair of boots. That's it. I like my gray boots, and
I'm sure we can.
I think black is just harsh, and brown doesn't work with
No, gray's
everything.
Here's the thing about John Cox's color palette. It's gray or it's a blue gray, and he has this bachelor taste in shit.
I got that red shirt.
Yeah, red. You got flair. You got flair, and there's like an orange you can pull.
Yeah,
off,
I'll throw a
and
red
you'll
shirt
throw in like a navy, but it's still it's still mixed with gray. But yeah, you have this taste. Like when my stomach goes bleh, he goes, I like that. And when we first started dating, like we would go through some stuff, and he would have like some good taste, and then it was like he got comfortable, and it's this modern bachelor. She's like, I like that. That light that's just a bar light there.
Now, my reasoning for the bar light was the dust. Basically.
I don't give a shit. I like pretty.
I know, and you're very pretty, and I like you.
Thanks, babe. Yay. But yeah, fucking, I'm like, oh yeah, look at this modern looking.
It's not like I want to use a tool cabinet for it.
Can't. Anyways, I'm not going to go down that. But it's like I see a fan or a light or shelving, and it's modern looking. He's like, oh, I like that. And if you throw gray in there, oh yeah, I think we could make that work. No, the fuck we can't. Absolutely.
You're the one that picked out paint colors, and it's gray. You picked out gray. I didn't pick out gray. You asked me what color I wanted it to be.
First off, you said I don't care.
And that's right.
I said the bedroom is going to match like your quilts that your mother has made you and all of that stuff, which are blue and gray. So we're going to do a bedroom that will accommodate the quilts and be along that scheme. And then the kitchenette / living room, bitch, welcome to the crematorium.
Yeah, you like brown.
I like
brown. You like brown.
Or beige because you can incorporate multiple colors. Like your butt. Anyways.
You can incorporate a lot of colors.
And I wanted to do some hunter green stuff. You went, no, I remember that the 1990s, the hunter green and the French, whatever.
You're gonna miss me with all the Hunter Green.
You are gonna
back in the days when Eddie Bauer and Hunter Green had a chokehold on society. I'm not repeating.
First off, Hunter Green looks super good on me. Secondly,
it does. It looks good on you. It looks good. You're wearing a Hunter Green sweatshirt right now. You look adorable. I love you. Well, it used to be Hunter Green. It's green. How many different types of dark green are there?
There are several. We've got olive. We've got sage. We've got hunter. We've got forest. We've got army. What do you need? There are so many differences. Hey, get down on a green. Mainly because it looks good with my hair. And have green eyes.
There you go.
But anyway, I also like the way it pairs with a...
See how cute we look together with the gray and the green? You see how that's working?
Oh, yeah, we are talking about our... Fucking A. Anyways, we have got to get on to some other shit. This is ridiculous.
Well, that's the life portion of our show. We don't have a caving update. Miss Jones was injured on her last caving outing. She has been on the bench this week, and...
I was injured after the last caving outing, but it wasn't... So
she's been dealing with some soreness.
So basically the muscles, no, it's really fucking painful.
Looks painful.
Kept asking the Lord, what did I like punt a baby or an orphan at some point in my life? And I don't recall it. Like, what have I done to have this awfulness rain down upon me? And after the caving, I was very sore for a couple of days. And Thursday I felt good. There were no problems. And I had a 4 to 5 hour deep clean. And apparently scrubbing showers just fucked all that. And I woke up Friday with a giant cortisol belly,
which meant like unit Friday morning.
Which meant there was a ton of inflammation in my body and I couldn't walk. I mean, we ended up going to work, but it was...
You didn't want to do any fun activities.
No, and I'm going to say, like, I was really having to, persevere.
You have another green sweatshirt over here.
Yeah, I love green. I had to persevere because it was insanely painful. And it's almost like my muscles are spasming around the bottom of my tailbone and also snatching at the same time. And it makes it impossible for me to get out of bed or get up from a sitting position. Once I get going, it's not as bad. I can kind of navigate it. But it's been a pain in the butt, literally.
Literally. What are you going to do about Tempo Tuesday tomorrow?
Clap for you, I guess. I don't know that I could run. I'm not going to try. I could maybe walk stairs. That's the thing. Like, uphill and downhill doesn't bother me, but you put me on flat ground and it's like, so basically I have to spread my butt cheeks to be able to get up, roll, because it relieves the pressure on my tailbone. So if I do anything that spreads them, then I'm kind of okay. But outside of that, not really, not at all. Like, it's a no-go. Spread them.
All right. So that's the Becca Jones update. We've all got problems we're working through this week. I got a new pair of pants and Becca's got butt problems.
It sucks. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we do have some questions for the show today.
Ooh,
it's been a while since we did some questions around the show. And, so I just figured, hey, let's throw it out there to see if anybody's got any questions. We got a couple.
Let me scooch up in this gray chair we got here. This gray leather bachelor-looking chair. John's ready. If we ever break up, he's ready.
That's never going to happen. I'm not getting rid of him. Or my color palette. Stop trying to change me. There comes a point in a man's life where he simplifies. Mm-hmm. There was a lot more color and variety in my wardrobe in my younger days. Flashy feathers on attention. Now you simplify, you come up with a uniform as a man, and you just kind of roll that out, which is why finding a pair of pants is so critical. So those can just be your pants.
And your palette's just going to roll into your wardrobe, not our house.
Yeah, I don't really care that much. I don't want the hunter green, and I would prefer not everything be brown. But at the end of the day, what do you got to do?
Beige and tan.
Brown. Those are both brown.
No, they're not.
Listen, the version's brown.
I'm listening.
Anyway, so the first question, we're the little softball question. Okay. What is your favorite soup? I know what your favorite soup is.
French onion soup.
Brown.
Bitch. French onion soup is my absolute favorite.
You know what color French onion soup is? Brown.
If it's got white bread on top or Monster or provolone, that bitch is beige.
You do love some French onion soup.
Yeah, so my soups are on my palate. And then my second favorite soup is tomato basil. I know you don't like tomato soup. And I'm not crazy about a tomato soup, but a tomato basil, Bitch, get off me. I love that with some toasty toast dipped in there. Yes, please.
Or
And
like
thank
cheese
you.
toasty, little
Oh,
croutons,
yeah.
like a
Yeah.
little bruschetta. Oh,
No.
I don't know what else is.
No, but a garlic
Crusty
toast is
bread.
great.
Oh, garlic toast.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do you know what my favorite soup is?
You like this bacon bean from Campbell's thing. That was what you have asked me for every time you're saying, my mom used to give me this bacon and bean soup.
Bean and bacon soup. Yeah, if it's
Is that what
Campbell's,
it is?
it's bean and bacon. Yeah, I think I'm a big fan of cheddar broccoli soup.
Cheddar broccoli is good.
I do like a good
That makes
cheddar
my
broccoli.
top five for
You're
sure.
gonna catch me with that. I don't really think chili is a soup because chili's a different thing. So I don't think I like it in the soup category.
It is in the soup category, but it is its own standalone.
It's its own thing. It's not,
But it's still included on the soup and salad. So
it
it's
is,
still
but
a
it's
soup.
a chili.
I agree.
So,
But
and then
a good loaded potato is pretty nice.
I appreciate a little potato soup.
It's not my favorite.
It's probably not. I mean, it's not going to pass up the cheddar and broccoli for me. You can catch me with tortilla soup. I like that. I like that a lot. Good chicken tortilla soup.
Yeah.
And then we eat soup a lot as a kid. We used to eat soup every Saturday and watch football. Mom used to make all different kinds of soups. I don't even remember anymore. But a minestrone.
I knew you were going to say that. It's not good.
It's really good. It's got a lot going on. It has a lot going on in that pot. It's a full meal for sure.
It's like, hey, we don't have enough for a meal, so we're going to throw 20 different things.
Yep.
It's like a goulash. It's the goulash equivalent of a soup. If you put enough shit in there, it becomes a meal.
It is. It's a full meal.
Throw noodles in there.
It's got a little angel hair pasta in it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. We never had that growing up. I think that might be one of them Indiana faves. It's certainly in a Tennessee classic.
I don't even know if it's an Indiana thing. It might be more of a Michigan thing.
Michigan, Polish, whatever. You know, your mom likes the popo stuff. She leans into her Polish stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. I like the sausage stuff, the kielbasa.
Yeah.
Horseradish. Yeah, like I love when she leans into it, but not with that soup.
Some of the soup.
No,
I wouldn't say minestrone's Polish.
It's whatever. No. Negative. Absolutely not. There's about 10 other soups that I would prefer over that. And not like that hers is bad. Hers is actually really good. And that's the only time I've had it. I have seen it in the stores, and maybe we did buy it.
No. You can't get minestrone in a store.
Yeah, it exists. Campbell's has everything with their lab-grown 3D meat.
No, you're missing. No, that's not happening.
Well, it happened because they have it in a can.
It's not very good. I can promise you that.
It's not. All right, what else we got?
All right, let's discuss the exciting possibility of snow and getting to run in it. Listen, the forecast for the mid-state is not great this weekend. It's not good. There's a European model that is predicting a foot of snow for Nashville. The American weather model has got it at about 2 inches. So hopefully it's 0 is how excited I am to run in the snow this weekend.
If you're not following Nash Severe, WX weather, whatever the fuck the name of it is, but it's Nash Severe. That's what I know. And it's got like a yellow sign, a little tornado, and people on Twitter.
Severe weather.
They are the best.
If you got tornadoes in the area, they're the best. I don't know their winter forecast, though. I've never followed them to see if it's just going to snow.
They only cover Williamson and Davidson County, which is the most applicable to us. No offense to anyone in any other counties or anywhere else. I don't give a fuck. I only listen to them. Like when stuff's getting crazy or popping off, they are who I turn to because they, rather than trying to cover an entire area or state or region, they say, we do these 2 counties. Anything outside of that, meh. So if you're in another county, I'm sorry, but they're my jam, and whatever they say is the truth. And yeah.
What have they said about the snow forecast for this weekend?
Nothing yet. But they don't give you all the hype because you know what? They're not. I mean, I do like Channel 4 News. I did like the Snowbird Report, but they're not the other local news things who are looking to fearmonger around weather and just get you to like stay glued to the TV because it's ad dollars for them and it's clicks for them. They're just like, here's what it is. And when it moves out, they go, peace out, bitches. And that's it.
I mean, I saw it before the news started pouring because I checked my weather app on my phone. So I was I was browsing what is it going to be like next weekend. I was like, oh, that can't be right.
We live
That's
in
a
Tennessee.
lot of snow.
Now, the weather is
7
a
days out.
bipolar girlfriend. Like, I
It's
don't.
like that kind of everywhere, though. Everybody thinks their own little weather's like, oh, weather in Tennessee, wait an hour, it'll change.
But
it's like that everywhere.
Here's the thing about, especially like Nashville in this area. So they have what is called the Nashville Dome when you're underground. Like it goes up and it's more cavernous.
Is there a lot of weather underground?
Stop talking. I am still talking. But it's because we are in a bowl. Like there's some underground shit that happens, but we are. So once you get up on the either the Highland Rim or the Cumberland Plateau, obviously those things changes. But where we are, we get this like redheaded stepchild, bipolar, crazy ex-girlfriend fucking weather. And then you go an hour from us and it's like, oh yeah, snow. But before that, it's ice and bullshit and sleet and wintry mixes that we get. So, it's
I would much rather have snow than a wintry mix in ice.
I'm excited about snow. I love snow. Actually, when we were in Indiana, we got snow. I mean, listen, if it's going to be cold,
it's going to be cold.
I want it to be pretty. That's just where I'm at. If I am going to be inconvenienced, I want to be inconvenienced in a winter wonderland.
Are you excited about the snow?
We are going to play. We'll likely not be able to run.
We'll frolic, I'm sure.
Yeah, I love frolicking.
Hike.
I can do those things. And here's the thing. We get out on Myers. That's like a black diamond slope. Are you ready?
I'm not doing that.
Oh, why not?
Why would I?
We've done it.
I'm not going to go skiing. I want to end up dead like Sonny Bobo.
But we can do some sledding and we can do some running and having a good time and frolicking in a winter wonderland with all the icicles.
If we get a foot of snow, we're not making it out to the Big East Fork.
Well, then if it starts coming down like that, baby, pack it up. We are going because I'm going to tell you, when the electric goes out here, well, then I'm going. I'm packing a bag. They got propane heat out there. When the power goes out here in Nashville, that which it will with too much ice on those lines, or someone will slide and hit a telephone pole or electric pole, whatever.
The real doomsday scenario you're preparing for.
Absolutely. I've lived here my entire life. I've watched this. Before you, I would go out to my parents during any sort of winter event because propane. I can stay warm. We can cook. Doesn't matter. We're good. I'm sorry. The ice storm's taking you out for a week. Not us.
Well, it's not projected to be an ice storm.
Yeah, well, the ice storm of '94 was pretty crazy.
I'm sure if that was a traumatizing weather experience, you would alter your habits based on that memory.
But yeah. No, my parents is the place to be. We got firewood. We got propane. We're good. I'm saying.
I'm not super looking forward to the snow. I grew up in snow, and I'd rather not have it. If the snow does come, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. It'll be cool. Like, we'll go out into the woods and do snow things, and it'll be fine. But if I can miss it, I'll be all right with that too. Honestly.
You're really disappointing me right now.
Why?
I thought you were my person.
I am.
You're making me sad.
Why? Because I don't want the snow to come? Because I don't want a foot of snow?
You should want a foot of snow.
I absolutely do not. It's going to cause a lot of problems.
Gross.
Nashville can't handle that much snow.
But we can't.
No, we're going to be marooned at your parents' house for a week.
It's going to be great. We can practice all of our compound activities. We need some radios. We need to see how that works out.
I've been looking at them Baofeng radios.
Hey, I don't know if you know about how crazy I'm about to get.
Oh, I got an idea.
Well.
All right, we got another question. This one's a little meatier and it's a little bit lengthy, so I'm going to read it. I'd love to hear your and Becca's take on moving from a race calendar to training non-race running related stuff. For example, it seems like runners love to post their race schedule showing all of the big things they will be accomplishing this year. What if what you will be working on and toward is the boring shit that, if done consistently, yields huge results? And those results are postable. I have a friend who isn't really into fitness or anything, but went through a divorce. There's a kid involved in there. We're just working tirelessly to make sure life is as close to normal as possible for the kid and themselves. That's not postable. That's not a buckle. But as a runner who does post stuff and who has done a lot of racing, moving from full race calendar and adding new medals and buckles to getting consistent, boring work done to achieve results, it's almost like there is less reward because of social media. So how do you, and listen, we get this. We're ultra runners, right? So we follow runners, we're runners, we follow races and other things. So a lot of what we see on our feed is running related. And that's kind of the space we're in. And so people are generally posting a lot about running and posting all of their workouts or posting their full race schedule. And I don't know when, I think the posting the full race schedule is a relatively new thing. I feel like that just popped up this year where everybody was like posting this is what all the events I'm doing this year. And we've talked about some of the events that we're going to do.
It is a newer phenomenon, but as it becomes more profitable and dopamine driven and people seek to expand their influence, it has become more popular. I have opinions, but I'm gonna let you keep talking.
No, I mean, I think, and so it is a hard transition to, I think, even as an athlete that is just making a life shift. Like, hey, last year I had I posted my full race load out of the year and all my goals. I have less of those this year because the things I really need to work on aren't running related. They require similar amounts of work, if not more work. They are just as hard, if not much harder. And there's no real date or end goal reward for doing those. There's no fancy trinkets for doing this life stuff. It does feel, it can or does feel a little bit lacking or lackluster. And what do you do? How do you have that same drive? How do you keep running maybe your social media platform the same way? If you are running a platform that used to be all running and now it's got to shift because you're shifting, what do you do? And I would say keep posting the stuff. If your thing is posting the work you're doing and the events that are coming up, keep doing that thing. And maybe people will follow, maybe people won't. Maybe people will like it more because what I appreciate on any platform or anyone I follow is authenticity. I'm not checking in just for the glamour of seeing what you're doing. Like, I'm probably liking more people celebrating birthdays and anniversaries and life accomplishments than I am, training runs.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. I care more about who you show up as a person. And I will say, unless you are an elite and your income depends upon that stuff, or that's really what you're building towards, you're semi elite, you are, God, listen, people are going to think that I'm a fucking bitch for saying this, but it is the truth. It makes a lot more eyes roll than it does hands clap. It really, really does. And it's not in a way that like you shouldn't share those things. You shouldn't share those goals. I highly encourage you to talk about what you're doing, but you care more than anyone else cares. Like that's it. And I think social media has this way of becoming an echo chamber. And when you start putting that out, you think people care more than they do because you know what? We are socially geared to, oh, someone said a goal they want to do. Hit like, whether they give a fuck or not. They don't fucking care. You can get 150 likes, maybe only 25 people are actually invested in your success. And I think it puts people in a position to make excuses when they don't perform because they feel like, well, I'm letting people down or I'm just, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. And it takes away from the real self-reflection on the wins and losses. Now, again, do I believe in like maybe saying, hey, here's what I've got going on? Like, I am not opposed to it, but I encourage you to ask yourself why you are posting it. And if it's not from a genuine place of wanting to connect, wanting to keep yourself accountable, because for some people, announcing it is keeping yourself accountable. If you are not coming from a genuine, authentic place, and it is just because other people are doing it, or you feel like it's the cool thing to do, and if you feel like it's the cool thing to do, well, that's fucking bullshit. I understand why elites do it, because there's a lot of money and sponsorships and things tied into that. But if your name is Ben, and you're from fucking Delaware, and butt fuck Missouri.
No shame on people named Ben.
No,
yeah. That live in Delaware like, or from Missouri.
And you are doing it because you see other people doing it. You are doing it for the wrong reasons, and you are setting yourself up for when things get hard or for when you trip up or when you fail to feel embarrassed, to feel shame. And we've talked about shame around DNFs, and I think that's something we probably should dive back into. And I think it can take you down a bad place because it alters your perception of reality, and that you think people care more than they do, when at the end of the day you should care more than anybody. And we see lots of people who have big wins on social media. This is the other thing, because they get so many likes. And some of these people really fucking suck. Some of these people that you see are assholes, or liars, or manipulators, or cheating on their spouses, or beating their spouses, or shitty parents to their kids. And they are just fucking absent in their life. But the one area that they can get those claps is that running realm. And they will post these things that make them look like they have more value than they really do as a human being. And that sounds shitty to say, but it is what it fucking is. And it puts them in a bubble that they are not attached to reality. And it's like, no, that person sucks. They actually really suck, but they have built the perception based on likes and an ability that they push out there to make you think they are better than they are.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of layers to it. It's a thing you can get me.
Well, getting you fired up is why we do it. I think there's a couple different avenues, and I think for some people and a lot of people, it's just, this is what I'm doing in my life, and I'm sharing my life, and I'm sharing it for other people, and if it inspires them, and that's fantastic.
Yes, because you never know who is watching. I do
Right.
want to say too that you never know who is watching, and when people see you do stuff, you can inspire people to do things,
which happens. I think that's very real. I think there's another aspect of it as a consumer where we're just kind of we're programmed to celebrate the wins and accomplishments, and so that can feed into posting because people are celebrating the wins and accomplishments, and that's what we're getting the dopamine or the reward from posting, and that's what we like seeing when we're interacting. So that's what we're liking, and I think it's funny because it's you see the transition from just posting the wins and sharing, the victories and the races and the accomplishments to now we're like, oh, it's more authentic if I share the work, and I'm going to take you along through the grind, and this is, I'm doing it in the dark when no one's watching. Well, if you're posting, you're doing it in the dark while no one's watching, then you're wanting everybody to watch. And so there's this weird kind of like crossover that's trying to happen and trying to be authentic of like, I'm going to share the whole journey with you so that the victory or the accomplishment has more weight to it. And so I think it's this mixed space, and there's generation gaps and generations involved in it that have all grown up differently within social media, where, there are people that have grown up just sharing everything and grew up with Facebook and have been posting on Instagram since they were 10 and, or since it got invented. And then, you see older generations trying to, oh, this is a new thing where I can share on a platform with, friends and relatives and people that aren't in my direct circle that I don't see every day. Mm-hmm. And so that's a great way to stay connected to it. And I'm one of these people. I post on social media. I post a lot of thoughts. I post a lot about trail and running. But it's never been about, I've always been more, I don't know, the words deliberate, interested, concerned, intentional with not sharing essentially the physical work that's going on, unless you're following my Strava. I'm posting, I record things on Strava, so that's all there in a neat, tight package for me more than anyone. Sharing the genuine process of what it looks like, not the workout in and of itself, but the transitional process of running and training and dealing with life, because life is always the most important thing, getting better at that part of it, and sharing what that really looks like. And so it's therapeutic for me to process something and get my thoughts out and then kind of let it go. Mm-hmm. And if that resonates with somebody, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, I think this is something we harp on, is being a master of the mundane. And the work that really matters, that builds the foundation for your success, it is usually not post-worthy. And if you're one of these people, and hey, I'm probably going to hurt some feelings on this, and fuck it, it is what it is. If you're like, I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do 4 o'clock, then you are not managing your time well. Like, you're not. You are not. And
unless you have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah. Like, there are times where you have to, but I can tell you, for people who have.
If you're a banker. You don't get to work until 9.
But for some people who either, coach or have stuff going on all day and they need to be there, like, I mean, we've sat at track meets or wrestling stuff or other things Alex got going on, and it's like, yeah, you do have to get up the fucking butt crack to go do that. Well, then maybe for a period, some things need to shift,
Yeah.
or we need to change those things. But there are people that get on and glorify that, and it's like, no, you're robbing your body of the rest that is needed, and you are getting your dick hard being like, look at what I do. Listen, if that's something you've got to do every now and then when there's a big day, great. But like, if you need the pat on the back, I got a lot of opinions on that. So
Stop bumping the table with your nonsense.
Sorry, I can't. It's
Jones is getting fired up. I think
because it's just like make believe hard shit.
So much of it's in between. It's and again, I think, and this is where I would lean in to you and your friend and whoever, is the work you're doing in life is more important.
Yes.
It's not only more important for you to do, it's more important for the people around you that you're doing it, and it's more vital to share what it really looks like. And it doesn't, it's not super glamorous every day, but what are you learning from doing it? What can you unpack and take away from your journey right now and then share with somebody else? You know what I mean? Put that out there. And maybe the same people won't like it to the extent where they like the picture of the buckle, but somebody else might. And that's information that they might need to have. That's encouragement that they might need to have.
They might need to see that you can make it all happen.
If you are just ultra running, and I will die on this hill, if you are ultra running and your life isn't getting better as a result of what you're learning through the training process and going through the 100 miles or the 30 miles or whatever it is, you're leaving a lot on the table.
Oh, no, I agree.
It's a fun sport. It's a cool sport. Takes you new places, meet new people. It's a great community. But there is so much more to learn in the world of ultra running than just learning how to run farther.
You may be following a training plan, but there's a lot that's not being applied to your life that you can learn.
Pull back, apply some of this to your life so that when this season comes and you can't run for 6 months, or running has to take a back seat for 6 months, and you're just kind of getting base miles and getting fit, maintaining your fitness or doing the work, or you know what I mean? Like, you can hold on to the things around you.
Yeah, and so with that, like when people's lives get crazy and they're like, oh, I can't do 20-mile long runs. You don't have to. You know what? Sometimes you can make a shift and you can find an hour to an hour and 15 every day to dedicate towards your training. Now, do those miles need to be like very specific in what you're doing? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do it cumulatively rather than having to be absent on a Saturday or Sunday. And those are things where definitely encourage you to have a coach or have someone to mentor you and guide you that is willing to make those adjustments. But you have to be able to communicate that, and you have to be willing to make those adjustments. And sometimes giving up those 20-mile long runs and then just dedicating an hour and a half every day to your training looks different. And anyone who says, well, I don't have that, motherfucker, you're a fucking liar. Give me your phone. Let me check your screen time. I guarantee it is somewhere in there, somewhere throughout 7 days, you can find that 8 hours a week.
Well, I don't even think
6
it has
hours,
to be 8
whatever
hours.
it is.
No, and I think I think a lot of people spend somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 hours a week running,
and that's
training,
it.
And that's
if you're doing less,
the same.
Then that's fine.
Somewhere in that range with standard deviation. A lot of people are going to fall into 10 hours of running. It's not going to quite get to the part-time job status of life.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 hours a week is going to hold on for a long time.
It is.
If you approach that intentionally, 3 hours a week is going to carry you over for a season or two until you can get back.
Yeah.
And you can still knock out races on 3 hours a week.
You can.
You can do a lot.
And there's so much time, like, well, I can't get in the gym. There are these things called bodyweight workouts, and you can do those in the living room while you watch TV or hang out with your family, or while you've got other stuff going on. Like, you can do all of those things. You can walk a ton. You can incorporate your family into that. Let's do a 2-mile walk tonight with the wife. You can make it work. It is not going to look glorious. It is not going to look post-worthy, but it is what matters, and it can move you forward, and it will keep you on track for your goals. Yeah, that's no like, I got up at 4 a.m. No excuses. Play like a champion. Beat my meat. Fucking shit. I can't handle it. Nope. I walk 2 miles with my wife 5 days a week. That's 10 miles right there.
Well, then you get intentional time with your wife.
Go bango.
That'll probably help out the happy home.
Sure.
Or, you went through a divorce. You don't have one. So, now you're doing more activities with your child or whatever it is. It's okay. Listen, it's okay that your running goals take a back seat to your life. Like that's, I think at the end of the day, like that's the thing. And there are seasons, there's times, and there's avenues and professions and circumstances where that's just the case. Like you've got to put things on hold. And so lean in and share what's on hold and why. Maybe you can't share why or what it is you're going through. You can still share the lessons of going through it.
Yeah, it's a.
And I'm listen. If you're grinding, if you're going through something that's just life kicked you in the goodie bag, and you're not, chasing buckles anymore. You're building a business. You're doing this. I am way more excited about that chapter of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then, well, I'm probably not excited that life's kicked you in the goodie bag, but I am as invested, or more so, than chasing buckles.
I feel like running should, and especially ultra running, should always add to your
100%,
enjoyment. It should always be an addition, not a minus. And if it is a minus game, then there's some shit that you personally need to like have a real come to Jesus about and assess and do some deep dive shadow work or reflection, mindfulness, whatever you want to call it. You need to dive into that.
This just reminds me, one of my favorite postings for a long time. The guy was doing it. It was just him opening up his shop in the morning, holding a cup of coffee. Yep. Like that was it. Him walking out of his door, holding a cup of coffee, opening up a shop. And this is a guy that does incredible work.
So beautiful. Beautiful,
handcrafted, custom work. The results of his labor are amazing and everlasting. Like these are heirloom quality pieces he's putting out there. He wasn't showing you those bits. You know what I mean? Just the simple act of this is starting the day. Yeah. So maybe that's where you're at. Show me that you're clocking in every day. Show me that you're opening the door to your shop or your store every day. Like that's still the work. Getting it done. And those are the things I like.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you. And don't get me wrong, I love seeing people
100%.
win and accomplish stuff.
100%.
But I'll tell you what I love seeing a lot more is people overcome shit that have held them back. Genuine stuff. Not this, like, make-believe, like, I'm facing adversity. Like, no, you...
Yeah, I don't know that you get a lot of credit for the adversity you created in your life.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm telling you, you can look at someone's Strava or what they've done or how they've trained along throughout it because they have documented everything. You go,
I mean, you still get some credit for it. I won't take that back. But like, if you realize that you've created it and then you've made that hard shift and taken accountability for it, like you get credit for that.
Yeah, no, I'll give it to you on that. So yeah, none of this is black and white or hard line. It's very ebb and flow, and
it is. But hopefully, and
this is
the thing. Hopefully, the ultra running and the training has given you the tools to apply elsewhere and lean in elsewhere.
Yes.
Outside of training. And hopefully those tools are things that you can pass on, which I guess is what I'm trying to do, is just pass the tools on.
Yeah. And, I don't want to come off like a fucking bitch that I'm knocking anyone who's trying to become somebody or whatever. Like, I'm not.
If that's you, do you.
I'm not, but are you being authentic? Like, truly authentic? Are you really sharing the shit, or are you feeling like you're sharing the shit that's just kind of like...
Well...
and then these people that will put everything out there and go, I keep my personal life off here. But you put everything but your ball sack on there. Like, no, you're full of shit. You don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to be honest. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to be authentic. You want to be perceived as authentic. And that, I guess... that's what makes me angry, and that's what pisses me off, and that's what gets me fired up. You want the perception that you overcome these lows, that you do this stuff and you power through, and you're just like every other runner out there, and you're trying to uplift everyone you meet. Fuck you, you're full of shit.
Yeah, I'm not that good. I'm not trying to uplift everybody you meet. Like, maybe I should get better at it, but...
No, you know what? No, because some people you just don't jive with, and you may piss them off, and that's okay.
I
You
might.
don't have to wish them ill.
Well, and that's, I think you are very much, listen, if you've not met BMFJ in person and your entire perception of her is Instagram and what you see online in the space or the podcast, this is exactly who she is in person.
Yeah.
Actually, this might be a more softer cultured version of her than who she is in person. And I hope that's the same for me as well. Like if you read something that I've posted and you want to talk to me about it, like I want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Like I want to very much be who I am all the time, everywhere. And so I think that's the same thing we want for everybody.
Yeah.
Is just be who you are. This used to really grind my gears. And this is the sort of thing that grinds my gears is I was at way back in the Hoosier State. There was a lady that's singing in the church and talking to the church. And, sometimes these people, they get up on that church stage and you give them a microphone and they just talk in every word, just like this.
Yeah.
And I was in church and she had done that day. And later on in the afternoon, I happened to be behind them in line to order ice cream in like the local ice cream parlor. And she didn't talk nothing like that.
Oh, no.
It was do you have the Michigan cherry? And I just thought, like, you know what? If you're talking to the ice cream person in a different way than you're talking to people in church, one of those isn't real. And
I'm willing to bet it's one in church.
And I'm willing to bet, yeah. So it's that kind of thing. If like you're talking on Instagram in a way you're not talking in real life, I'm going to bet one of these things isn't real. So just share the real one.
Well, you'll see a lot of people on Instagram to that point who are like, I support everyone and uplifting and do this. And then when they have a conversation that is in DMs, it is, I can't believe they eat that. Don't they know that makes them fat? Ugh, if they're going to be this or they're going to drink and do XYZ. I see a lot of that. And if you think that you're that person and that shit's not getting shared, bitch, I got news for you, because what people love more than good gossip is talking behind your back when you were being two-faced. That's all I'm saying. When you were putting out these like, oh my gosh, everyone's great, everyone has a place, and then it is, look at this fat drunk bitch. Then, you know what? Yep, people go, oh wow, you are not what you perceive to be. Now, I don't say space. I'm not talking about what people say to me, what you say to me. Hey, I'm like Weezer. You talk about something, come on over here.
Nah, you want to talk mess on somebody, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to call you out.
But
100%. And here's the thing is, what are you saying about me? Somebody else.
Yeah.
And then if you come to me and say, hey, this person said X, Y, and Z about you, I'm going to think, why did they feel comfortable saying that to you? And why did you keep letting them talk?
That's a fair point.
So keep your mess. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of always been my thing. Like if somebody comes up to me and says, hey, they were saying this, I'm like, well, why were they comfortable saying it to you?
Maybe they thought you had the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Maybe. But
it's convoluted. I don't know that we answered that question. I think
it's
there's
really
nothing succinct there.
I think it's really important to become a master of the mundane and celebrate the small wins and the day-to-day. Like, and that is what is more important than the big victories, big success. And that's, all of those things are what lead to that. Like, we are so apt to list all the things that went wrong. And whenever we talk to athletes, I say, hey, make note of everything that went right and everything that went wrong, because the way you mimic success isn't eliminating the failures. I mean, that is a part of it, but you have to replicate the successes. If you just avoid everything you did wrong, but you don't do the things that you did right again, you're going to come up short and you're not going to understand why. And doing all of those things in your day-to-day and prioritizing people and the right things and the stuff that matters and the stuff that is not necessarily glorified, that is what leads you to success.
Yeah. Listen, I posted about eggs more than once, and it wasn't about eggs.
That's true.
It's about process and about growth.
When you post about eggs and I post about eggs, they're different.
Well, yeah, way different posts about eggs. All right, we got one more question.
Okay, I love a good question.
Let me get to it.
All right, well.
This comes from Darren L. Terry.
Okay.
You got Harvey for Mid-State. What's the word on Chad? And I'm only apt to presume that they're talking about Chad Wright of the 307 Project, the old bull, the winner of the first 2 mid-states. And I have not heard from him.
He liked one of the last messages I sent him around all of that, but I think they have a rite of passage that weekend. Now, I don't know when that was scheduled. I really have to fight when people send that and go, I'm not the keeper of their schedule. Like, I'm not. Like, and now, do we talk to some of these people and have? So I don't want to sound like an asshole instead of it's like I don't fucking know, and life can change. He has
100%. I think his business has grown a lot. This is year 7. He was there the first 2 years, so he hasn't been there in 5. In that time, like what he's doing has certainly grown a great extent. If you go to his website, he's got a thing going on that weekend, so it sounds like he's got a prior commitment. Which would conflict with running mid-state. And I don't know how much he's running, quite honestly. He ran a race last year.
Yeah.
But I think that was.
I don't know. I'm not people's secretary. And
ask. I don't
know that I mean this the way it's going to sound, but I think I mean it. One person doesn't make or break shit.
No, listen.
Like, if you are only concerned about one person.
I think people want to see it, and I don't blame them for wanting to see it. I want to see it. I'm here for it.
But again, what are your reasons? Why do you want to? We have a lot of amazing people that show up at Mid-State. There are so many incredible. And here's the thing: we've got people that have broken what he was able to do. And this is nothing against Chad. He can say, I didn't have anyone to push me. Well, we've had people that can push it.
I might send Luke a message, though. I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah.
Paul Schweiler, for those not in the know. But here's the thing, and I think this is a race. Mid-State, listen, it's not a race. It's not a race like any other race. It's not a format like any other. It is different. And in this event, in this contest, more than any other, it is not about the individual. It is not about an individual. It is such a group collective and a community. And that's what makes the community what it is. And that's what makes witnessing it what it is to behold.
Yeah.
And so super stoked that Harvey's going to come back and run the course.
Very excited.
Here's
the other thing about
bring
Harvey.
Some friends with him or whatever. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
And I do want to say this to him. And I have watched him at the backyards and when he is doing good and when he's struggling. And Harvey is one of those people who uplifts the people around him. He really strives to have everyone together on that. Now, whether that's to carry him further and feel better or because people genuinely need it.
I think that's kind of just who he is. If you meet him for the first time, he's going to lift you up because that's who he is.
Yep.
And so really excited to have him here. We'd be fools not to be excited to have Harvey, but Mid-State's going to Mid-State. You know what I mean? As incredible as it is to have these incredible known athletes, we have incredible unknown athletes.
Yes.
And the guys and girls that have shown up have showed out. And they do it with heart and humility, and it's really incredible to watch. So
a genuine care for the fellow competitor out there, their fellow runner.
I mean, I think in every year, the person with the assist has,
moved everybody,
been brought to tears, almost if not universally, and not so much of their losing the race, but in the essence of the race is going as far as they could and then genuinely kind of being happy for the guy that won.
Yeah.
And that's a different type of community. Mm-hmm. That's a different kind of race. And so that is what makes it, I think, so special to watch and have people come back to. So super excited for everybody that's going to come and race this year. And just to see what happens, because I've had a special feeling about this one. I think I called it before anybody signed up. I had a feeling that this was going to be a longer race. It may or may not.
Yeah. I do want to go and say this. I am grateful for all of our past members, Chad and all of them that have taken it 100%. To that next level and push it and gotten it out there. I truly am. And I want to see them back. And I want to see those things. But we have it. And again, it's able to reach the people that it has because of some of that. Yeah. because of that. I am not
to discount that.
ungrateful for that. I am not blind to any of that. But we have had so many incredible moments in these past 5 years, and so many incredible people come through. I can't cling to the past. I can't cling to past performances. I have to look at the amazing people that we have had that are coming back and what is happening. So yeah, I don't want to sound like a cunt. Like, oh, fuck that shit.
No.
And I don't want to sound ungrateful, because everything is meant to be and God has a plan, and all of that fell into place as it did. But we have evolved, and again, we would love to see those people come back. We would love to see that. But when people ask, I just want to go, I'm not their fucking secretary. I don't know. Like, I don't know. And you know what? Even if I did know, maybe they don't want people to know. Maybe I'm not privy to tell you.
Maybe it's all a big secret.
Maybe
what if we didn't post the entrance list?
Man, that's a thought. That's a thought. Maybe next year we'll try that. And go, if you want to know, guess you got to come and find out. Like, so you all can't sum each other.
You'll know if you're on it. And I think, every year's amazing. Every year is special. I think about the Aaron Eric duel, the Aaron Dana, the Aaron Darren duel, and the back and forth, those years. Yeah.
Nicholas last year, and what Nicholas
like 3 years in a row, Nicholas coming in his evolution. There's just so much growth and that transpires that no one name is going to,
Yeah, again, is it cool to see those big names and those things? Yeah,
100%.
Sure.
Like, I'm not,
like, no one's going to deny that.
If John Kelly and Courtney DeWalter call and say they want to run, like, no, sorry, you're too famous an ultra runner. We'll let Scott Jurek in if he wants to. You know what I mean?
But I love seeing the Matt Johnson. What Brian Baker's going to do this year, and like seeing these people.
Doug Moore, Doug Moore, the guy who lives in Michigan.
Yep, and he has cultivated this career, and watching these.
I think
people.
Dylan sells cornhole bags. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the average guy, it has an incredible performance at Mid-State, and that's what I'm here for. This is an everyman's race. It'll always be an everyman's race. Yeah. That's why we put it on.
And that's where it's at. It's not snubbing anyone, not trying to be a fucking bitch. Just like we have seen so much magic and been so moved.
100%.
And again, grateful for everything that's happened. Grateful for all the visibility and how it spread and how people see it and access it, and can't wait to come and be a part of it. But Mid-State's more than just a single runner.
And with that, we'll wrap up this week's episode of the Ultra Crude Podcast. Thanks for following along, everybody. You know where to find us. You know what to do. We'll see you next time.